Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Age channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. British heavyweight David Price was skeptical about the words of his compatriot Anthony Joshua, who said that before a rematch with WBA, WBO and IBF champion Alexander Usyk, he will prepare a plan for the fight for a specific opponent for the first time. Well, unless Joshua retracted any information before the fight, left it in the locker room and fought on instinct, he may be talking in this way, but in no case would Robert McCracken or any good trainer bring his fighter to where he is without a fight plan, strategy and tactics. Maybe Joshua let slip that he just stepped into the ring and fought on instinct, on adrenaline. I don't believe Joshua didn't use the plan, because we saw his fights, where of course he was. It's probably theoretical, but in all his fights, emotionally and mentally, he could have forgotten about his plan, Price said. Former world champion Tony Bellew believed that another transfer of the WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight title holder Alexander Usyk with Anthony Joshua, but he doubts that AJ will be able to find sparring partners who will exactly copy the Ukrainian. In my opinion, the postponement of the rematch plays into Joshua's hand. This gives him and Robert Garcia time to get better, develop a plan for the fight and attract sparring partners. But we will never be able to find such a good fighter as Usyk. If a boxer is at least about as good as Alexander, then he will be a world champion. Usyk has everything, this guy is incredible, Bellew said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day and I need your support. Thanks for watching, guys. Robert Garcia, the trainer of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, said that the defeat of Andy Ruiz affected the psychology of the British boxer. Many fighters came back after a defeat, like in a fight with Andy Ruiz, thinking that this has never happened before, so it psychologically affected Joshua. He probably thought, maybe this is the end of my career, so a lot of things were going on his hand. Tony Bellew advises Anthony Joshua to aggressively fight and rematch with Alexander Usyk. A change of scenery will really benefit Joshua. He will have fresh ideas and a different attitude. As for me, the main factor before the fight will be what is going on in Joshua's head. He should have a find and destroy mentality, nothing else. Don't box with a boxer, drag him into a fight. Work on your strengths and weaknesses. Use them as an advantage. I'm telling you, this guy is the best athlete ever seen in the heavyweight division. He is fastest, the most powerful. He has certain skills that led him to the heavyweight title. Don't give up on them now. Come out and show your best skills. If you fail, then so be it, but you will lose knowing that you did everything possible to win this fight, Bellew said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.